want to do the work today. No, I don't want to do the work today. Literal mood. Alright. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another spiritual video. Few disclaimers. Obviously you can see by the massive pile of dirty clothes behind me, this is my husband's side of the room and he does not know how to pick up his clothes, even though I've told him multiple times. Does any other husbands and wives have that issue with their partners out there? Because it drives me absolutely crazy because my side of the room does not look like this. But anyways, we're just gonna deal with it. So I want to start filming more in the bedroom. I just feel like it's just, I don't know, like it's just the vibe, like it's my room, you know, or sorry, our room. Oh, I just feel like, you know, it's a nice change, and I do not have any of like my holiday stuff up yet in the other room for videos or anything, and it's still kind of a mess in there, so I just want to start filming maybe in here more. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, so today I am doing another spiritual journey video, and the reason being is because a lot of things have happened and I've been doing a lot more things to get more in tune with my intuition and to be more positive and happy and to understand myself a little bit more, because I've realized within the last few months or so there's a lot of things about me in my past, and I guess is what they would refer to as shadow work, that I have never really worked on, that I've just decided to shove in the back of my mind and hope that it disappears, but it never does it? So if you guys want to hear all about my updated spiritual journey, then keep watching and let's just jump right in. So you guys know from my last video where I talked about it, I ended up purchasing one of these rose quartz towers from my friend Ro. I will link her Etsy shop down below in the description. And I wish I could just get towers of all my crystals, but they're a little expensive. So I actually ended up purchasing more because I love my rose quartz so much. When I went to Salem with one of my best friends, Danielle, and I have like a whole bunch that I've just been like kind of meditating with. I don't know, just mainly practicing a lot of deep breathing exercises with them and holding them and just like really just listening to my intuition and just letting the energy flow through. Cannot talk ever, flow through me, if that makes sense. I did end up getting some along with this candle, which I'm going to talk about. Have not burned it yet. I'm a little paranoid about it, to be completely honest. From Hex, which is an old world witchery in Salem, Massachusetts. I've been wanting to go. I highly recommend. It's a very cute little shop. They have a whole bunch of things in there and a few like altars, which you're not supposed to touch or anything. So like I was like, okay, witchy vibes, love it. I kind of feel like in a way like I got some like witchiness to me because I've been like trying to manifest certain things, and I've just been trying to be more positive, and mostly manifestations for myself to be more positive and not overthink so much. I've realized that's a big issue that I have with him. Some of my friends know about this. Hi guys, that I've already like done rants and been like, oh my gosh, do you hate me? Like, do you want to be my friend anymore? Like it's gotten pretty bad the last few months. So I've been trying to work on a lot about that, and also going back towards like how I view like relationships with people in general, not even just my husband, even in the past with exes and with ex-best friends and with my friends and family, etc. So I'm just trying to like work on myself, which is great because at the end of the day, that's all I got is myself. Some of the crystals I did get, I don't know the exact names to some of these, but I know a lot of them have to do with like positivity, manifestation, especially the clear quartz. I think it actually cracked because I put it on my windowsill for the Halloween full moon. I charged up all of my crystals for that because apparently when you do that with a full moon, it means that you're cleansing your crystals. Highly recommend doing that because crystals do harbor a lot of energy, negative energy, positive energy, whatever, and I guess they can get like backed up, or they could just get like overflowed, or whatever the proper term you want to use if you're more familiar than this than I am. I'm still a beginner, so I don't really know much. Basically it just helps to cleanse your crystals. Once I ended up getting was this clear quartz, which is supposed to be really good for manifestation, and this is the one I picked. They had like whole like bowls of them, so I just like picked one from each one of them, but I truly feel like some of these are meant for me because like it's just, I don't know, ironic. And then I got this black onyx, which I think is also called, I can't remember the term off the top of my head, but some black onyx, which is supposed to help like block negative energy and all that kind of stuff. So I got her. And then this is supposed to be pyrite, but their pyrite bowl was literally all full of dust because pyrite is apparently one of the most, I was gonna say sensitive, it's one of the most fragile crystals. So this was literally like one of the only like little bits I could get out of there. So this is pyrite. I think it's also known as like hematite or something like that. So many different names for these crystals. I feel like that like you just like they're called all different things. I don't know. This is also supposed to help with like blocking negative energy and all that kind of stuff, and it's just so tiny, so I just kind of keep it close to my heart. And then we have an amethyst, a purple amethyst right here. So this is what she looks like. She's very pretty. Actually, now I think about it, maybe it was one of my, oh no, maybe it was this one that cracked. It looks like it's got another crack in it. Then we have some smoky quartz, which when I purchased this, the girl that was ringing me out was like, oh my gosh, it looks like a heart, which I was like, that's like ironic because I'm someone again that's very into like, I'm just, as one of my friends has said it to me like a few weeks ago, I'm someone that just cares very deeply for people and love people so much more than myself, which is really bizarre, but I do feel like I get that a lot from my mom because that's the way that she is. And also just, and then I get like kind of like my hardness and like my you attitude from my dad, my Italian Portuguese side, like my little Spitfire attitude. So like I'm kind of like a very weird balance of both. I don't know, I just feel like this is ironic because I do truly like love to death everyone that's in my life so hard. Like it's insane, like it overwhelms me, and if I think about it too much I will start crying. That's how sensitive I am as well. And the last one I got was this moonstone, which is so pretty, and she's got a few cracks in her, so I do think it's from putting it on the windowsill, but she's really pretty. Please don't mind my nails, they're really messed up. So I ended up getting all of these in Salem, and I feel like personally as soon as I bought them and I started meditating with them after like I guess another way you can cleanse them is by like running them in water. Again, I'm not an expert, so don't like come after me, like I don't know, do your research. I feel like as soon as I started like meditating them after cleansing them, I just felt so much better, and like a lot of things started happening. Like I've had a few people from the past like reaching out to me, good and bad, but like it's been good because I did really miss them and I really wanted to reconnect and have a connection again, so like that was awesome. And I've also noticed, again, as I talked about in my last video, angel numbers. There's been so many, like I see angel numbers every single day, and I think the ones that resonate with me the most have been 111, 1111, which is why I'm posting this video on 1111, because it's one of like the angel numbers that follows me everywhere. It's either between, it's always a toss-up between 222, 333, 444, 555. Lately I've been seeing 555 a lot more than usual. Once in a while I'll see 444, but so like I've just been seeing a whole bunch of angel numbers, so that's been like I think amplified and happening a lot more. And I think through my shadow work and meditation and learning to just calm down and not freak out at the slightest little thing that inconveniences me, or if something happens, if I'm having a conversation with one of my friends and they're being weird or X, Y, and Z, something happens I think's a little shady, I'm trying not to just like spit fire at them and just like start like and go off. I'm trying to just breathe and take it what it is at face value. That's been helping a lot as well. Just like think before I act, because I'm a very like on my toes, like okay, well you then, like get out of my face, like I don't want to talk to you, or I'll just start going off and popping off on people, which I'm really trying not to do that so much. It's through shadow work. Now I think there's like a whole different, like people do it in different ways. One of the ways that I feel like has been helping me a lot, which I have gone back to, please excuse the Jeffree Star stickers, but I've gone back to journaling in my watermelon journal and all of actually I should see, because before this I wasn't journaling. I journaled the beginning of quarantine and then never did it again. Since the end of October I have been trying to do it a lot more and working on putting things in categories of what has been bothering me. For example, I have something like with one of my friends here and just like them and overthinking, and then just like putting everything down about the person and the overthinking and why I think it is and blah blah blah, and just trying to kind of get to the root of it so I can move on from it instead of just keeping it in and constantly always thinking that this person hates me, which if you know who you are, actually to be completely honest, it's been more than one person. It's pretty much been kind of a little bit of everyone, so if you're watching this, hi, I'm sorry, I'm working on myself, okay? I'm trying to be better. And also like my desires, I've just been writing down like a lot of like manifestation stuff. I'm just trying to, and I have a page here of like what my intuition is telling me about like a certain situation or something that's been bothering me. The week before Halloween was very difficult for me, and this past week has been with the election. And if most of you guys haven't seen the vlog yet, I don't know, I hope that I'm gonna get that posted this week, but if I don't, I'm sorry. David ended up getting into a car accident, so the car's totaled, so that's a whole bunch of stress right now and a lot of legal things, so I don't really want to talk about that on camera because it's not my business and everything's just really crazy right now. Just a lot of stress, and I finally kind of had a breakdown about that last night. So getting down just a lot every single day of like how the day went, how I'm feeling, what my intuition's telling me, working through like some issues that I had in my head, things that were bothering me. I'm just like briefly skimming through mostly like things that have been bothering me, why I've been frustrated, why I think that's why that is, XYZ, so you get it. Just really trying to navigate through my thoughts instead of just taking everything and running with it and just assuming and overthinking that I'm like, that everyone's out to get me and everyone hates me, which I know is a part of my anxiety and depression, but something that just I don't want anymore. So I've been feeling a lot better. I definitely haven't been in that weird mindset as much. So, but obviously still a work in progress. I still got a long way to go with it. So if any of you guys that are like spiritual, like shadow work, that whole 9 yards, if there's any suggestions you guys may have, or if I'm doing something wrong, please let me know down below in the comments, because I'm just kind of doing things my own way. I'm not really doing it by like, oh, this method, or like you see on TikTok where like all those like tarot card readings, which a lot of them, have hit your girl hard, believe me. Some of those have started to come true. So there's also that. Knocking on some wood here. Also, there's a lot of like manifestation techniques and this and that, and I feel like if you're just doing a manifestation technique personally and you're not really like fully listening to yourself, the situation, taking account of everything before you try to manifest something, then it's just not going to work out. But that's just my personal opinion from experience. I mean, I have manifested a few things and I think that they're starting to come true, but mostly it's just for myself right now, all of my manifestations, as far as like me personally and me like in my head and my anxiety and stuff, because I just don't want that anymore. I feel like this has all been helping, so maybe placebo effect, maybe not, I don't know. Hopefully you guys understand where I'm kind of going with this. I don't know. And I do believe that there's a lot of people that have a very strong intuition. I feel like my intuition's really strong and really like, hi, hello. I've done a lot of like intuition exercises just like randomly. 80% of those have been correct. So, I mean, we're a work in progress. I'm not saying that I'm like, oh my god, I'm so great. No, it's definitely been something that has really been helping me, along with my loved ones, as I've talked about in the previous video and previous videos before, where I have said that they do talk to me if I just meditate. Mostly if I meditate or if I just zone myself out, they will come to me and they will talk to me if I'm in a difficult situation, if I'm upset about something, XYZ. That's really been helping as well, because there's been a few situations in the last few weeks that I'm just like, oh my god, like I don't know how I'm gonna get through this right now. But to have that has been great. The other thing that I wanted to briefly mention, as I said, I bought one of these candles from that little shop, and it smells really nice, and it has like, I'm not familiar. I'm not hugely familiar. It does like have a spell and things on it, but my whole thing is that like I didn't want to burn this because this is a spirit guides witch's spell candle. I still hold some aspects of God in me, so I'm a little like, I'm a little scared about it. Trying to be as positive as I can because I did buy this, but this sits in my vanity with my makeup on the windowsill. I have not burned it. I don't think I'm going to, but I wanted it just because I do feel like, again, a lot of my loved ones are my spirit guides and have been with me and stay with me and are guiding me towards things that I need to do in life and paths I need to go on and lessons I need to learn. So there's that. Most recently, actually, I just want to talk really briefly about this. The last few weeks, I have reconnected with someone from my past. It has been a very different experience, so I'm so scared to talk about anything because I feel like it's just going to jinx it for me, because usually that's how it works. I truly feel like, just knock on some wood first before I even talk about this, because I think they do watch my videos too, so hi. This time it's just a lot different, because I think that we're both approaching being friends and everything a lot different than before, where it was a lot more hostile, a lot more negative, a lot more me overthinking as well, and just being like, okay, well, fuck you then, like you don't really care about me because you did this, this, and this, and that was it. Now it's just a lot different, and I'm really happy and appreciative for that, because more or less, I'm very happy with how things are going. I'm very happy with how things are between us, because it was just very negative before, but now I can totally understand, like, from both sides why things were the way they were and why they are, you know, and now being looking at things in a different perspective. I'm a lot more like, okay, I'm not gonna jump down anyone's throat. I'm not gonna call them out all the time for little things. I'm just gonna let it be and whatever happens. And I think especially the most important thing about that is I'm not getting in my head so much about it, because it is what it is. And it really is. And I'm so happy. Not even just that, but just everything else. I've just started having this mindset of like, okay, well, it's really not that big of a deal if you think about it. Like there's nothing in this world as far as little things go, as far as just like, it's not that big of a deal. Obviously there's things in the world that like are a big deal, like obviously David getting in a car accident, and like I personally thought that I was gonna be planning his funeral right now. Like it was not a good time. Like I still believe everything happens for a reason, and the little things, they just like, it's not worth it to get mad over the little things, which I feel like, again, like, so if any of my family is watching this, please don't take offense, but my dad used to always kind of fly off the handle of little things, and I feel like I do that too, because hi, I'm half him. Obviously, all of us being Scorpios, it does not help having that Italian Portuguese attitude. Hi. I think he's really been, as far as like my dad like coming to me and stuff, I feel like he's really been instilling in me, because I've been feeling the feeling of like, these little things are really not that big of a deal, so don't freak out about it, because especially things you cannot control, because it's out of your control. So why are you gonna worry about it? And it's funny because every day at work the last few weeks, I've just been, when my kids get upset, I literally will be like, it's not that deep, and it will be part of a Vlogmas segment for Vlogmas next month, so stay tuned for that. But it really isn't, it's not that deep. Like an example of this in the past, like if I went to Dunkin' and they didn't have the flavor of coffee I wanted and I got something else, I would just throw a huge fit and just be like so mad about it and wouldn't stop talking about it for like on and off for the whole day. Now I'm just like, okay, well, you couldn't get me pumpkin, or you couldn't get me peppermint mocha or butter pecan or whatever. Okay, you got me hazelnut, that's fine. Like I'll just drink a hazelnut coffee. It's not a big deal. Whereas before I would freak out. So you get where I'm kind of going with this here. Like my perception of things has changed so much, and I'm so happy for it. And I'm very happy to just work on myself more. I feel like I've never really looked at myself and wanted to work on myself like that, because I was always like, okay, well, I have anxiety and like I'm an asshole, so that's the way it is. And I just, no, that's not the way it is. I can be a totally different person and not have to be like that. And I think it's also really been helping me when I go out in public and like I go out to eat or whatever with my friends, trying to look them more in the eye, because that's something that's very difficult for me to do, and just look at the person when they're talking in their face, which is an anxious thing that I have done quite a bit with my friends, or when I go out, or when someone's talking to me. So that's really been helping too. I've been a little bit more social, like not crazily social, like don't get me wrong, like I'm not gonna go out there and start like partying with strangers, but more so of like holding like little conversations with people and not being like like being weird. So that's great too. I'm trying to think. I think that's everything that I want to talk about right now. So with that being said, please let me know down below if any of you are familiar with any of the crystals and all this kind of stuff, and manifestation and intuition, angel numbers, this and that. Let me know your experiences down below, or if I'm doing anything wrong or things that I should probably work on. Beginner at this, I'm just doing things that I feel is right for me, and really listening to my intuition when it comes to like my crystals or journaling or whatever, to try and work on my shadow work and to be a better person. So there's that. I feel like I've repeated that like a million times, so I apologize. Yeah, any questions too, leave down below. I'm not an expert, I'm a beginner. I don't claim to be an expert. There's probably people on YouTube that know a lot more about this stuff than I do. I'm just trying to find a new way to be a better person and to just like work on myself, which is great, because I really feel like I've never had that opportunity to do it. Not that I haven't had the, actually no, I take that back. Not that I didn't have the opportunity to do it, but more so of like, I just didn't think it was an option. I don't know, I guess that's the best way you can put it. But with that all being said, I love you guys so much. Hope you have an awesome day. Subscribe if you want to see more of me. Like this video if you enjoyed. Turn on bell post notifications so you know when I post a new video. And I promise more videos are coming. I know I've been slacking the last few months. I've just been a little like, again, all of this has been a lot overwhelming. Work all day has been really overwhelming, and with, again, David's car accident and everything going along with that's been really overwhelming. One more thing I want to update you guys on. This is what my tattoo is currently looking like now, and I am in love with it. So getting this tattoo I think was also very good timing too, because just, but again, butterflies and the word brave, because apparently Samantha means brave. I don't know. Well, that's what my mom always told me. So yeah, I think this was like good timing too. It was like one of the steps in my journey that I should be taking. But yeah, so I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.